Alright, quick video. We are going to go over time frames and candles. This is going to be as beginner as I can make it. We're just trying to start to understand what we're looking at. Alright, so we'll start with time. We'll start with candles. So as you can see, these are all candles, and based on my color settings, a candle that, before I explain that, let's explain what makes a candle. So when I'm going to hover over this candle, and you can look up here, this is where I'm going to be looking, up here, top left. When we hover over this candle, we can see, the open of the candle, 20,905.25 cents. Then we see the high of the candle, the low of the candle, and the close of the candle. So this is a green candle. So the open is right here, the bottom of the body of the candle. The close is the top of the body of the candle, and then the low is the wick on the bottom, and then the high is the wick on the top. And the same thing would apply on a black candle. The top is the open, the bottom is the close, bottom of the body, top of the body. The top of the candle is the high, and then the bottom of it is the low. The open on black candles is the top because when we open on this candle, it's not a black candle, it's neither candle, and then as soon as price goes below, we start forming a black candle because price is going to close below the open price, creating a black candle, or the opposite, which would create a green candle. So open, OHLC, open, high, low, close. And we always keep these values in the top left of our chart just because precision-wise, you want to know the exact values just because it's helpful. Literally, sometimes when you're looking at this low and then these two lows, you look top left at the low of this candle that I'm hovering on right now, top left, 20,902.75. Then we come over here, we see this is the exact same low, and we see this is the exact same low. So then that tells us that these three, I'm not going to draw it because all my drawing is going to pop up, but these three lows are exactly equal. So that's how you know, because otherwise this might be a tick above and that could slightly change our perspective, or a tick below, which would change our perspective. So you use the open, high, low, close values top left, and those are what actually form candlesticks. And then the candlesticks are what form price action and what we're looking at in order to trade. So that's candlesticks. And then we'll go to time frames. So this is a 1 minute chart. 1 minute chart means that each of these candles, if you look at the bottom, is 1 minute. So this is the open of this 1119 candle is the price that the NASDAQ 100 was trading at 11:19 p.m. And then 1 minute later, it closed at 20,901. And between the time of 11:19 and 11:20, this was the high and this was the low. That's how these candles and these charts are printed. Now, you can also see my time frames top left. These are just the ones I've favorited. You can go into quite depth in TradingView. To be honest, these are the only ones I use. These are the only ones we're going to need. I rarely use it 2 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute these days. I pretty much stick to 15 second, 1 minute, 15 minute, one for daily, weekly. And I guess I'll mention in this video as well. Price action is fractal. So what does that mean? That means that if I head this top left, this 1 minute chart, now there's certain signatures, like we can see here, all these gaps in the candles. You won't see that on higher time frames, but like if you were zoomed out like this, where you couldn't see that, you didn't have like the price on the right side as well, the price action itself is fractal, meaning that it doesn't matter the time frame that you're on to apply certain concepts, essentially. So that's just a good thing to know. So that also means though that if you want literally as many setups as possible, you can go on the 15-second chart. And again, the thing is, when you scale down chart size, you can't keep the same like profit target levels, because that's just kind of stupid. A 15-second chart, you have to have smaller trades essentially, because you're getting so many more setups. It's the trade-off that you have to make. But yeah, most of the time, literally like 90% of my time, maybe, yeah, 90% of my time is on the 1 minute chart. And I will do this often. I'll have a 1 minute chart up here with a 4 hour or 1 hour chart right here, just so you can see where we're at in the range, looking at the left side. But yeah, so that's time frames, and these are the time frames we're going to use literally 99% of the time. And then, yeah, candlesticks. So I think that's all I got for this one.